this is my grandpa's 1991 Ford Ranger XLT 3-liter V6. It's an automatic. He is not driving anymore, so he gave me the truck. I really wanted to keep it because, to me, a lot of my memories are tied to Grandpa in a truck like this. When I was a little kid, my sister and I would go visit Grandma and Grandpa. One of the things we would do is we'd go out fishing. We'd load up into a truck, very similar to this, go out to the lake, go fishing. So a lot of my memories of who my grandpa is, my childhood, are tied to a truck very similar to this. And I've wanted a project car for a long time. I've only been into cars for something like 5 years, and I haven't had a project car in that time. This seemed like a really good place to start because while it needs a lot of aesthetic stuff, a lot of cosmetic stuff, it's in pretty good mechanical condition as far as I can tell. Starts up, runs just fine. Haven't had any problems with it, though there are a lot of things that need to be done on the body inside to kind of get this to where I want it to be. So that because the stuff that needs to be done is not mechanical, if I do it myself and I mess up, it's okay because the truck still runs. So it seems like a really good place to start with a project car. I'm really excited about it. This is really awesome for me. Very glad to have a truck again because trucks are handy. So why don't we take a look at the stuff that so far I know I need to do, want to do. Let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, so starting at the front, the grille needs to be replaced. That's broken on the passenger side. These I can buy new, not a big deal, not too expensive. Both headlamps need to be restored. They are pretty well glazed over, and this one's actually getting moisture inside of it, so that might need to be replaced if I can't figure out how to get that sealed back up. This headlamp bezel needs to be replaced. That's broken. This park light is broken, needs to be replaced. It looks like this must have happened, something was hit here from the looks of it. So that needs to get fixed up. There's just this little bit of body work. I think that this piece can just be purchased and replaced. Not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Front bumper is leaning down there. This trim piece, the little plastic tab that holds that into the metal bumper is worn. That pretty sure I can buy. This front fender needs some work. Pretty sure at some point this was hit. It's not bad down here, but up towards the top, this is a good bit higher than it should be. So at some point some kind of damage happened and this was pushed up into the pillar. There's a little ding in there that I can see. It'd be hard to show you guys where the fender ended up going into the pillar. The door needs to be probably replaced. I need to get out. I'm not going to try and mess with this kind of body work myself, I don't think, because that is a good bit of body work. Probably just needs to be replaced. The door opened when the truck was being backed up one time, caught a tree and really just bent that. Luckily the door still seals because the inside of the door shell is not bent, so it still seals from water at least. The hinges need to be replaced. They are bent, and actually this top one for sure is actually broken. This is not supposed to point out like that. It's supposed to be more parallel to the door. So that's messed up. The lower hinge, I know I can buy new. I've found those. They are different parts, the top and lower hinge, and I have had a hard time so far finding a top hinge online, so that might be like a salvage yard part that I have to find. Windshield needs to be replaced. That's cracked up. Not an immediate concern. You can actually see there, that's how dirty the truck was. It had like moss or algae growing on it. The weather strip and trim around the windows on both sides needs to be replaced. That I can get in a kit. That'll be pretty easy to fix. Coming towards the back, these kind of rock chip guards, these are on both sides, just like dry rotted cracking. That needs to come off. I don't know that I'll try and replace that with a new one or not. I'm not too worried about it. It'd be nice to have it kind of as it was from the factory, but I'm not too worried about that. The back, the tailgate needs body work done. It's kind of dinged up. This metal piece on top needs to be painted at the very least and straightened back up. You can see more damage on the tailgate there. This trim piece here probably just needs to be replaced. It's not in bad shape until you get here. This is pretty thin metal. I don't know if I really want to mess with trying to repair that, but I could just buy a new one. The brackets on the back side of this too, a few of them are broken. A couple of them are my fault. So this, from the looks of it, to take this off, you take the panel off of, you take this guy off the inside of the tailgate, and then you can unscrew the brackets from the back side. I didn't know that. I tried to pull this off and broke a couple tabs on those plastic brackets. Probably at the point when I get the tailgate body work done, I'll just try and find a replacement for that. The bumper back here is bent for sure on the driver's side. It also looks like it's bent down on the passenger side. This guy's broken, this rear light, so that needs to be replaced. The tailgate, yeah, so that does not open, and the problem is the handle is just worn. I've already taken that off to look at it, and it needs to be replaced. That's not going to be too hard. There's just a few screws. Pull that out, put the new one in. This panel here has probably had some body work done because it is a slightly different blue than the rest of the truck. So at some point when I'm starting to worry about paint, that really needs to be addressed. It's also missing the kind of pinstripes. You can kind of see, I can see where the pinstripe sticker was, but it's come off probably when that body work was done. Underneath the truck, I don't think I'd be able to show you with this camera. The bolt that holds the spare tire in was bent, not usable anymore. I also need a hinge bolt to close the mechanism that holds the spare tire in, just keeps it from going anywhere. On both sides, this pinstripe sticker is worn, might need to be replaced. Here you can see the trim, again, needs to be replaced. Definitely needs an alignment. I don't know if any of the parts need to be replaced yet, but I'll figure that out at some point. Inside, dash is cracked, needs to be recovered. I'm torn on whether or not that's going to be something I do or not. It'd be a lot to, there's just a lot of little creases. It'd be hard to make it look good first time, but I might try to do that. Headliner needs to be replaced. It is sagging quite a lot. It was actually, there's a big tear there right over the driver's seat. I went ahead and just glued that back up because it was like hitting my head when I was driving. It was very annoying. But eventually it will just need to be replaced. Seats are very well worn and stained. Probably need to be reupholstered. The driver's seat also leans a little bit towards the driver door. That's kind of annoying when you're driving. So I don't know, maybe I can find some foam, or if I could just find blue seats that were in better shape, that might be something I do in the future. Carpet needs some serious cleaning. I got a little bit of these stains out, but it is still pretty well stained. I need to go through this with a carpet cleaner on the seats and the carpet, try and get that out. I can buy new carpet, and it may need it at some point. We'll see. It just kind of depends on how much work I end up doing on the truck. That elastic pouch, stretched out, worn, needs to be replaced. Let's see. Most of the trim is in pretty good shape. This piece is broken here. There's supposed to be a screw here, and you can see where this used to come up. It's not broken on the other side. So there's a screw there that would hold this piece in. That is gone. Screw's still there, just noticed. So that's nice. At least if I can get another trim piece, I have the screw. So I just need to find like another blue Ranger to pull that trim off of. I have already done some things in here. There were some pieces on the dash that were broken. Those needed to be fixed. This trim here had the retaining clips, the retaining tabs were broken, needed to be fixed. Really simple thing, the gear indicator was just off, needed to be adjusted. Got that done. In the engine bay, things are pretty good. I'm not too worried about fixing up anything in the engine bay right now because it is in pretty good shape. It's running just fine, and I don't know where the project's going to take me. There's not a lot of power in this old V6. It would be nice to get more power. It looks like a pretty common way to do that is to put a V8 in. You could put a V8 from an early 90s Mustang GT in here. That could be a lot of fun. But that's way out there in the future. I'm not worried about that anytime soon. As long as this engine's running pretty well, I'm not going to worry about that just yet. That's most of what really needs to be addressed. I think, the stuff that needs to be fixed is not very serious or pressing because the engine works. Everything's working okay on that side, so I'm really happy with that. And a lot of this stuff I can learn as I go, and since it's not like mechanical stuff, I can make mistakes, and it's not a huge deal. So I think it's going to be a really good project. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the truck, the shape it's in, the project moving forward. What would you like to see? Do you think this is going to be an exciting old project? I'm excited to hear your feedback on this, and I'm really excited to get into it and get working on this. So thanks for watching, guys. Like the video if you like it. Comment, let me know what you think, and stay tuned for more. There's a lot of little stuff, so I should be able to keep videos coming because there's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be done on the truck. So stay tuned for more.